Good afternoon. Oh, goodness gracious. We're going to have to try that again. This is a wonderful afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, that's much better. All right. I just want to welcome you all to the white coat ceremony. At this time, I'm going to ask you all to please silence your cell phones. If you need to step out for any reason at all, you can do so from the rear doors. Also, we ask that you remain in your seats for the duration of the program. Staff photographers will be capturing professional photos, which will be made available to all our students. Please do not approach the stage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand as you are able. Our ceremony will begin.
afternoon. We practiced this before. Let's try again. Good afternoon. All right, there we go. So you can be seated, please be seated. Welcome to the White Coat Ceremony for the PCOM Georgia DO Class of 2027, a very meaningful event for the class. Each of you who honor these future physicians with your attendance this afternoon is very special to all of us, and we thank you for being here. The invocation will now be offered by Mr. Brian R. Ginn, Jr., Chief Campus Officer for PCOM Georgia. Mr. Ginn?
Dean Mann, platform participants, family and friends, and members of the PCOM Georgia Osteopathic Medicine Class of 2027. Good afternoon. We're delighted you're here. In my role as Chief Campus Officer of PCOM Georgia, I am delighted to bring greetings to and best wishes to each one of you from our Chairman of the Board, Thomas Gravina, and the PCOM Board of Trustees, along with President Jay Feldstein, DO, a member of the Class of 1981, and our college's leadership team, along with a very excited PCOM Georgia campus community, as together we reach this milestone in your educational journey. On somewhat of a personal note, I do want you to know that the white coat for me, a simple college administrator, a non-academic, a non-clinician, has taken on a meaning that is much more clear than perhaps I might have acknowledged in previous ceremonies like this, in which I've been asked to participate. You see, in the months before vaccines became available, despite my best efforts to follow guidance and the science, the COVID bug struck. How could this be? In my role at PCOM, I was on every task force that we had. Watching the guidance and communicating the guidance to our campus community, we followed the guidance to a T. We stayed at home, I worked from home. We had no in-person contact with family, friends, adult children. We closed my wife's retail business for months to keep her employees and families safe. And I'm a relatively healthy man at the young age of, well, I won't even say that. But nevertheless, as we know, COVID seeks and finds opportunities to spread. So after a weekend of 104 degrees fever, unrelenting cough, my next door neighbor and friend, an orthopedic surgeon, called and instructed me to come to his office for a chest x-ray. Reluctantly, after much back and forth, I agreed to go in. At about 4 o'clock that afternoon, I had a knock on my back door, and there was Paul, my next door neighbor. He was wearing his scrubs after having completed surgery for the day, but he was wearing his white coat, and he had on a mask. And he came and said, "Brian, I've read your x-rays, and you're going in right now." I said, "Paul, I'm fine. I'm just going to stay here at home, take these over-the-counter meds, and I'll be fine." His demeanor immediately changed, and he became Dr. Herzworm, not my friend Paul next door. He said very simply, right before my eyes as his demeanor changed, he says, "Brian, you need to understand, if you don't go in right now," this was a Monday, "you'll be dead by Friday." That was a very eye-opening experience for me to have that happen. He said, "I've already called and made arrangements for you. They're waiting for you in the emergency department." He said, "I do not want to be attending your funeral on Sunday." Well, what came to be 16 days as an inpatient COVID patient, I saw many healthcare practitioners, most of them wearing the white coats of their professions. Having been associated with medical and health sciences education for 22 of my 33 years in higher education advocacy and administration, I can't begin to tell you how much my personal regard for those wearing the white coats actually grew. Their professionalism in every way, their ability to effectively address difficult topics about treatments and possible outcomes with a sometimes reticent patient who was there by hospital policy at the time, unaccompanied, lonely, by himself. Their ability to speak with confidence when they were certain of the pathways ahead, and to speak with vulnerability and honesty when there was uncertainty about what to do next. And in some cases, they shared how their families were handling the stressors and impacts of COVID upon each of their own families. In fact, at one point, my lead pulmonologist, who had been in the hospital taking care of patients, COVID patients, for 324 days straight, 324 days straight without a day off. She came in and says, Brian, we've done all we know to do for you. If your markers don't change within 12 to 24 hours, a ventilator is the next step. And as she said that, she also said, you're aware of the challenge that we're having in getting COVID patients off of the ventilators. And there as she stood in front of me, wearing her white coat and a light blue mask, right about this spot in the mask started getting darker as she showed her vulnerability as a healer, as a healthcare practitioner, as her mask became stained with tears, as she asked me if I had everything in order at home. That's a pretty stark reality, and perhaps some of you and some of your families have faced some of the same kinds of conversations, how difficult those conversations are. But with that physician wearing her white coat, I saw humanity. I saw high confidence. I saw a knowledgeable individual who was stumped by the challenges of the day, the challenges of what we were facing in this country and throughout the world. But I saw humanity. I was scared and I was touched by her candor, but I was more importantly touched and impressed with her total dedication to humanity. Ultimately, through the prayers of so many and God's good grace, Dr. Varsha Kilcarney's excellent care and the care of so many others wearing a white coat of their profession, I am most decidedly privileged to be standing here today and very blessed to stand here today to join this group, to join your families and your friends and the faculty and the administration of this institution to ask for God's blessings on you, those of you who will wear the white coat and who will serve as a manifestation of humanity to your patients. Yes, it's absolutely true. Today, I see the white coat a little bit differently than I did just a few years ago. So friends, as you are able, would you please rise for a brief invocation? Join me as we pray, would you? Oh God, what an exceptional day this is in the life of PCOM Georgia and our college as these osteopathic medical students are officially presented with their new white coats, a symbol of authority, professionalism, understood by patients as endowing one with intellect and knowledge and serving as a reminder of compassion and care. May these students wear these white coats with honor and integrity, demonstrating empathy and true concern for the welfare of their patients with whom they interact and serve. May our PCOM Board of Trustees, administration, faculty, and staff continue to give of their knowledge and experiences and insights as we strive to prepare these students for the life-changing impact they will most assuredly make in the days ahead as they wear these new white coats. May these family members who have sacrificed greatly through encouraging educational attainment beam with pride and feelings of significant accomplishment themselves as they witness the donning of the white coats and as they continue their support of their loved one in the days ahead. Watch over all first responders who are there for us each day. We pray cover each member of our military at home and abroad with your protective care and hold in the palm of your hand all members of medical teams across this expansive globe, and especially today in Ukraine and the Middle East, who are on the front lines in providing care to others in need. These students recognized today will one day serve as those frontline caregivers. May they serve with humility and humanity. We seek your blessings upon each of these who are committed to a life of service. We seek your blessings this day and forevermore. Amen. Please be seated. At this time, I welcome student Dr. Kenton Gross, the 2006 DO class chair, to the podium to address the DO class of 2027. Student Dr. Gross, please come forward.
Thank you, Mr. Ginn. Good afternoon. My name is Kenton Gross, and I am the class chair for the class of 2026. Let me just start by congratulating the class of 2027. Y'all worked so hard to get to this point, and it paid off. You made it. I remember last year, leading up to the ceremony, I was asking around to better understand the event. I knew it was important, but I didn't really know much more beyond that. Was there some great storied history for the event? Did something change as soon as we finished? So I asked my friends, what's the white coat ceremony? And they said, it's important. Okay. So then I go ask the faculty, and I say, what's the white coat ceremony about? And they say, white coat ceremony, that's important. Oh, important, of course it's important. I know it's important. I'll turn around and immediately start Googling, what's the white coat ceremony about? And all the answers were roughly the same. It's a chance to celebrate getting into medical school. It's a moment of your accomplishments. But I didn't really get my answer until I was sitting upstage. Last year they had us on the stage. When the event, while I was looking around, I saw all the faces of the families and the love of the family coming forward. And I realized that the white coat is not just a symbol of being in medical school. It's also a symbol of the love that you have. And it's a gift that you've given this class. The coat, in my mind, is the physical manifestation of the love between you, and each thread is a moment shared. The celebration of reading that acceptance letter, or realizing that you didn't get into medical school, and all the worry that followed. Each coming together to form your armor and a reminder during your time at PCOM. If it hasn't already, your white coat is almost certainly going to hang in the backseat of your car for the next 2 years. It's basically a rule of PCS, which is one of our classes. And I hope that as you glance at it each day, you're reminded of those who you're close to, because you now carry the part of them that's most precious, their love. My prayer is that on your hardest day, during your most strenuous week, which is in term 2, by the way, that their love reminds you that you aren't alone. And no matter where you go, you're supported. There are people out there who are thinking of you, who are praying for you, who can't wait to hear how you overcame the most insane week. Before you know it, you will have gone through 4 more years of laughing and crying and stressing about exams. And when you get to residency, your white coat will get a little longer with those moments. But until then, as you start your medical journey, just remember, you are never alone so long as you carry love with you. Congratulations, class of 2027. Good luck.
Thank you, student Dr. Gross. Today I am pleased and honored to introduce our esteemed white coat speaker, Dr. Ankar Andy Patel, originally from Guntersville, Alabama. Dr. Patel graduated from Auburn University in Auburn, Alabama, with a degree in pharmacy. Upon graduation, Dr. Patel founded multiple pharmacies and served as the chief pharmacist while also mentoring and teaching as an off-site faculty for Samford University of Pharmacy. With a rewarding career in pharmacy practice, Dr. Patel chose to further his education in the field of medicine. He earned his Doctor of Osteopathy from PCOM Georgia. I think you've heard of it, right? Okay. And completed his anesthesiology residency at St. Louis University Hospital in St. Louis, Missouri, where he served as chief resident in his final year. Dr. Patel finished his postgraduate training at Texas Tech Health Sciences Center in Lubbock, Texas, one of the premier pain management training programs in the country. Dr. Patel is a board-certified anesthesiologist with a subspecialty training in pain medicine. At Southern Pain and Spine, Dr. Patel and the team provide innovative, evidence-based, and compassionate pain management care. They specialize in treating a wide range of pain conditions, including neck pain, low back pain, arthritis, complex regional pain syndrome, headaches, and migraines. With a focus on rehabilitation, Southern Pain and Spine utilizes advanced diagnostic techniques and a variety of non-opioid interventional treatment options to restore function to those suffering from chronic pain conditions. Southern Pain and Spine also specializes in workmen's compensation, providing comprehensive care to help injured workers get back to their job and the activities they enjoy. Dr. Patel uses his advanced clinical skills and knowledge to provide patients with the tools they need to reduce pain and improve physical and mental well-being. I now want to please join me in welcoming Dr. Patel.
doctors, friends, family, faculty, colleagues, I'm sincerely humbled today to be here. Specifically, Dr. Mann, Patience Mason, who I've known for a long time since I was here as a student, called me and asked me to speak today, and I'm humbled by just the opportunity to be here. 16 years ago, I was in your seat. PCOM Georgia had just been established 2 years earlier. I was the third class that was here. Things were still new. We were adding faculty every day, figuring things out. But it was part of this larger institution and a PCOM branch down here in the South. As Dr. Mann mentioned, I had a previous career in pharmacy, and I decided I wanted to come back to school. This time I was married. I had young children at the time, but it was the opportunity to fulfill a dream. A dream not only for me, but for my family. Was I scared? Was I nervous? Absolutely. When I was sitting in your chair, I was definitely scared. I was definitely nervous because I remember thinking, am I really here? Like, am I really doing this? Am I good enough to do this? Can I do this? I'm here to tell you, yes, you are. Yes, you can. And you will. Just because you're in this seat today, you've made it. But you still have a long ways to go. You've earned the right to be here, and you've certainly earned the right to wear this white coat. You're entering a field that requires extreme professionalism and empathy at all times. For families and friends, it's an opportunity to feel pride and to engage in one of the toughest rites of passage. Your support, your understanding, definitely is going to be essential to help your loved one get through the next coming years. This coat represents a lot. It represents honesty. It represents purity. Maybe that's why it's white and it's not black or some other color. That professionalism, that empathy. While wearing this coat, you'll be tasked with interviewing patients. You'll be examining patients. You'll be speaking to their family members and answering their questions. You'll be an integral member of an entire medical team. So you must always hold this special privilege in its highest regards. Family members are going to be counting on you to help them make decisions. You're going to be their trusted confidant. You're going to be their beacon of light, hope, in their darkest hours. You're in a wonderful, wonderful profession, and you're certainly on board for this magical ride. Just beginning. And as our previous student doctor mentioned, as you progress through your training, you'll be given more and more responsibilities, and you'll be given a new white coat every time to signify the knowledge that you've gained and the experiences that you've accomplished. And one thing I want to say is that you're scared right now, or you may not know what's ahead. There's going to be some tough times. You're going to study. You're going to think you're not ready for these exams. You're going to go off into your rotations, third, fourth year. You're going to have to present patients to your attendings. That's pretty scary. Definitely the first few times you have to do it, and it still remains scary. I still kind of get scared when my program director from fellowship, when I talk to him or I see him at conferences, I still feel like I'm presenting to him, still. And it's been about 10 years now, but every time I see him, I'm like, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And he still talks to me that way, too. So some of that fear never really, goes away. But it's good, and you gain more and more confidence as you go. And each step of the way, you get this new white coat, and with it comes more responsibility. And you rise to the challenge. because you realize you're the best of the best. That's why you're here today, because you're the best of the best. Most of you, where you came from in your undergraduate or your graduate studies, or anything, you were at the top of your class. And now you look around, everybody was at the top of their class. That's why they're here. So competition is kind of out of the window. It's really you, yourself, and figuring out what you want to do and how you do it and being the best at it. And when you leave PCOM one day, you're not still always knowing everything. You're always learning. I remember I always tell the story of my first day as a resident. I graduated, and my first day of residency of anesthesiology, I was on the trauma service. So it was trauma surgery, and I went in at 5 a.m. and I was taking call, and I got this round of pagers. I got like 4 pagers, and anesthesia, call and trauma call and all these calls. And this flipped over to my pagers at 6 a.m. after I got signed out from the night resident who was leaving, and it was like 25 patients, and it's like my first day, and I don't even know where the bathroom's at, much less, taking care of these patients and things. So I was very nervous, but I made it through, and I think I've done fine since then, so you guys will too. I brought a few things today when we talk about white coats, that this is not your only white coat. As we mentioned, you do get a lot of white coats throughout your next few years that you're coming. So Dr. Mann is going to be sort of the model and the Vanna White for me today. When I left PCOM, I went to St. Louis University Hospital, and this is my white coat from residency, anesthesiology and critical care at St. Louis University Hospital. I still keep it. And then after I left there, I went to Texas Tech Health Sciences Center, and I was a pain medicine fellow, and this is my white coat from fellowship days. And now today, I have a practice in Gainesville and in Athens, Georgia, and this is my white coat as an attending and what I wear most of the days when I'm in clinic. So Southern Pain and Spine, where I'm at today. But you never forget your first white coat, the white coat that you're getting today. So today, the white coat that I'm wearing is my original PCOM medical student, Georgia campus white coat. 16 years ago, I put this coat on. Yeah, and it still fits. It's a little more snug, but I was able to get it on. Whenever patients contacted me about speaking today, I was thinking, what am I going to say? So I called my mom. My mom still keeps up with my coats and stuff. So I called my mom. It's like, hey, that white coat. She's like, oh yeah, it's pressed. We dry cleaned it. It's in. I know where it's at exactly. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to pick it up. I'll stop by. And she's like, oh yeah, it's ready. I already told your dad to go get it. And, so it was nicely pressed, put away, clean. Because mom never stops being mom. So I just want to say you guys are in for a wonderful ride. Never stop believing in yourself. Always know where you started out. That's why I keep this white coat and why I'm here today. It's definitely the pride, the honor, and the privilege to be here today. Congratulations to you all. It's my sincere and best wishes to see you as my colleagues out there in the future. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Patel, for delivering such an inspiring message. I know that our students will take your words forward with them on their journey. Class of 2027, you received your white coats for this ceremony a couple of weeks ago. I saw them. They were wrapped pristinely in clear cellophane with your name stickered on the front. Many of you were hugging them and displaying them overhead like a trophy. I heard you say, we did it. Finally, we get our white coats. I loved seeing the joy and the feeling of accomplishment in your eyes. I couldn't help but think about why this coat had so much power to invoke such feelings. The white coat is the physician's uniform. To your patients, it's a symbol of professionalism, integrity, and knowledge. Many of you see this as a marker of the start of your journey to becoming a physician. But I would argue, though, that your journey began many years ago. That switch that turned on and ignited your passion occurred for each of you at a different point. But you won your prize much earlier than today. You further opened your hearts and your minds to becoming osteopathic physicians when you walked through the doors at PCOM Georgia. You've already committed to and have made sacrifices for this profession. You see, the white coat ceremony is undoubtedly a wonderful tradition, but it's what's in your heart and your soul, that why that you wrote down on that note card on your first day of medical school, that will make you the physician you desire to be. Your passion for knowledge and understanding of the intricacies of the human body and how it works drives you to get up every day and learn. Your commitment to walking the road of health and disease with your patients and their families keeps you going. Your craving to appreciate the theory and practice of osteopathic manipulative medicine motivates you to stay up just a little bit longer at night before the test to get it right. The white coat placed on you today is a badge of honor, so to speak. It is your today and it's your future. While wearing it, you'll experience joy, challenge, hope, sadness, humor, frustration, and determination. Over the next 4 years, we will watch you transform into outstanding osteopathic physicians who profoundly and genuinely care for each and every whole person. There will be good days, and there will be bad days. You will not always see your white coat as the prize you see today. Some days it will be the thing you loathe the most. But remember your why, the reason you chose this profession. It will guide you through the challenging times. Turn the page. And it will keep you going on the road when it gets tough and remind you of the impact you can make. You have all chosen to become osteopathic physicians. Today is the official beginning in the eyes of those around you. And yes, the white coat is a prize, a trophy, a representation of your accomplishment, a symbol of professionalism, integrity, and knowledge. It's all those things. You get the honor and the privilege to serve as our future osteopathic physicians. You've chosen the absolute best job. Embrace the challenges, cherish the victories, wear these white coats with pride and humility. Keep sight of your why. I am confident that the caring and compassion in your heart will drive you to be the best doctor you can be. I'm going to leave you with a quote by Henry David Thoreau. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Congratulations, PCOM Georgia, DO, class of 2027. Okay, you ready for the fun? Okay. Will the first row of the class of 2027 please rise and approach the stairs of the stage. When your name is called, please walk across the stage to the first open coder and stand in front of them to present your coat to your coder to be coded. Will the coding faculty members please approach the front of the stage to assist the students in donning their white coats? Family members and guests, as a courtesy, please hold your applause until all names have been called and students have received their coats. I will now turn it over to student Dr. Mayera Robinson and Mustafa Ansari, who will lead you, not now, the coding. Okay. Sorry.
Sarah Chantel Robinson. Mustafa Imaldala Ansari. Gianna Lourdes Blaha. Amanda Beretta. Paula Maria Telero Gomez. Astrid Zuniga. Samantha Fitzgerald. Ahmed Dafir Al-Obeidi. Noor Al-Nurachi. Julie Almir. Hera Babar. Imelda Alchi. Michaela Delyn Costly. Dylan Michael Gibson. Nasser Latif Abbasi. Sabrina Kadir Khalil. Shreya Kanyukunta. Diane Janelle Harilia Kamonayan. Zachary Michael Casella. Cameron Elise Vida. Emily Parupski. Jesse Cow. Brooke Sophia Dimitri. Tran Vo. Savannah Ozua Ajamai. Miriam Akbar. Hiba Rihan Abbas. Chisholm Obona. Charisma Bell. Osipemi Utsalo. Justin James Anthony. Monique Uche Chinike Olocha. Claire Danielle Eiteman, Sarah Elizabeth Fleischer, Daniel Lim, Jane Shin, Wendy Kim Yim, Megan Dorothy Kudal Buena, Cohen Chong, Esther Yeben Choi, Chloe Pack, Freba Lara, Olivia Glenn Deloach, Elizabeth Baumhart, Ambika Jokulal, Megan Raleigh Blasberg, Haley Elizabeth Roble, Anvita Kaguduru, Caleb Michael Finley, Zoe Morgan Rashetsky, Victoria Fenig, Bethany Wynn, Shwan Kamaran Nuri, Eric Fung, Danil Pavlovich Krechetov, Jeffrey Robert Boyd, William Michael Shaver, Bakhtavar Nadim, Oluwatofunmi Bamiro, Blessy Susan Varghese, Zilan Ho, Livia Arise, Christina Aboud Chalhoub, Alan Lynn, William Constantine Jones, Jessica Swaby, Mutasam Farhan Shapan, Paul Mikhail, Paul Mikhail, Daniel Molak, Prashant Kolachala, Zaid Abu Imwais, Fazan Khan, Ivy Rose Ginn, Philip Gregory Williams, Priyanka Gokare, Grace Elizabeth Lynch, Amir Hossein Fakraye, Akash Kumar Sinha, Om Bardwaj, Bilal Tanvir, Zain Ismail Aga, Ahmad Muhammad Khan, Rishi Desai, Alex Taylor Chelton, Ethan Lawson, Adil Tahir Huck, Anthony Gallo, Jonathan Kevin Buchanan, Cade Jules Lejeune, Joseph Salvador Lozano, Matthew Alexander, Alisa Hicks, Meshora Sutantira, Courtney Shea Curtis, Catherine Carey Grant, Christina Dora Grant, Jasmine Gillespie, Srija Sabella, Brooke Chanel Stith, Sade Robitaille, Malik Imani Watson, Jonathan Mosley, Chase Anthony Forbes. Etop Uda.
Caitlin Hopkins.
Jonathan Andrew Griffin. Shervin Hovanlu.
Joe Wong.
Judson Hendry. Rudy Hansel. Kevin Borgella. Kai Zimani Harris. Bhavik Singh. Alwyn Regimon. Antoine Taylor. Samantha Palmer. Courtney Farrow. Grace Spivey. Caroline Keberly. Catherine Grace Fadis. Carlos Enrique Kohlberg Tullier. Hayden Evans. Lindsay Catherine Edelman. Hallie Mastronardo. Naya Martin. Oluwafumilayo Esoimeme. Ty Doan. Joe Kabakibi. Sinan Asil Aziz. Nolchamp Peter Sin. Abraham Moises Melara Venegas. Nolan Patrick Gillahan. Zachary John Ita. Darwin Mendez. Danielle Williams. Iana Marie Thomas. Shamaza Nakila Rivers Johnson.
Congratulations, students. I will now turn it over to student doctors Mayera Robinson and Mustafa Ansari, who will lead you in the reading of the class of 2027 mission statement.
Hi, my amazing class of 2027. We will now cite our mission statement we developed as a class.
The mission statement was written congruently with the other two PCOM campuses, and it is printed in your brochures for you to follow along with. Right? All right. As a diverse class of future physicians of osteopathic medicine, we will utilize our unique backgrounds as we work together to drive forward scientific discovery, advance patient care, and reduce health disparities. United in our commitment to ethical practice and lifelong learning, we embark on this journey with a shared vision to heal the world one patient at a time. We vow to uphold the principles of holistic medicine by acknowledging the interconnection between mind, body, and spirit, to embrace diversity in all its forms, including but not limited to race, culture, religion, sexual orientation, and neurodiversity. To continuously establish our patients as the center of the healthcare team, prioritize their safety, advocate for them, and fight for their rights. As we make these commitments, we will honor the sacrifices made by ourselves, our loved ones, and our communities, by recognizing that they are the driving force behind our success. We promise to instill faith in our generation by following in the footsteps of our predecessors while embracing adaptability. We will remain steadfast in our commitment to building trusting relationships with our patients and using these connections to contribute to the progression of the medical field. In all that we do, we will light the way towards equity, inclusion, and preserve the flame of PCOM. Thank y'all.
Thank you. This now concludes our formal ceremony. Thank you for sharing in this important event with us. Please remain seated until all the faculty and students have completed the recessional. At that time, we will have the students gather outside for a group picture. We ask that families stand back and allow the photographer to take the class photo without disruption. Thank you.
Sorry, I was like, okay. Wait for that. Wait. Sorry.
before you all leave, we're gonna have you guys stay in here for maybe Yes. Did you guys enjoy your student's name being called out?